Hello and welcome, my Aries friends. This is Jennifer from Mystic Star. I want to thank you so much for spending some time with me today and watching this video. This is going to be a group reading for my Aries friends. This reading is in follow-up to a spread I did in September to celebrate service dogs. I was drawn to complete a more in-depth reading for my zodiac friends with what they're not quite seeing, what they're missing. I'm going to look at what's right in front of you, what you're not seeing with both your eye and your third eye, and of course, we're going to look at some stuff that'll help you kind of resolve some of these impairments. The deck I'm using for this reading is the Tarot of the Hidden Realm, and I will end off the session with an oracle blessing from the Oracle of the Shapeshifters. Like always, there's links below to both these beautiful decks, so should they speak to you, you can go check them out for yourselves. Alright, my Aries friends, let's see what the cards have in store for you today. What is it that my Aries friends are not seeing? Okay, we have a jumper here. And that is the Ten of Cups. Tens are an ending yet a beginning card, whereas cups, they're connected in with your intuition and emotions. Something is blocking us from truly seeing that end result that we're so desiring with our intuition. Let's look at what, oh, we got a jumper. What's blocking you from truly seeing how to go forward and really connecting in with your intuition is the Page of Pentacles. Pentacles are that grounding earth base, and it's drowning out this free-flowing water, that free-flowing spirit that allows us to connect in with our intuition. We're missing that. The pages are all about that play and exploration. Pages are that innocent, childlike energy. We don't need to play. That play part is really impacting us. Not only are we impacted by that earth grounding heaviness of the pentacle, that play of the page is really stopping you from connecting into your intuition. So we know that our what's right in front of us that we're really missing is our intuition. So let's look at what our third eye, what's in front of our third eye. That my Aries friends are missing. It's the King of Swords. Kings are that fully developed personality that have all the power and all the control of the suit. Swords are about truth and knowledge. The King of Swords is all about that truth and knowledge. And what we're missing is the true aspect of what's right in front of us and how to open up our third eye. Those mechanical tasks that we need to do to be able to start to connect in with our clairs. When we're not intuitively connected into our intuition and we're not using our clairs to their utmost, we are missing a lot of information. Our higher self can pick up more because it's not being bombarded by those little everyday tasks that ourselves and our ego are focused in on. So let's see what the biggest challenge of your third eye and really opening up those abilities. And we have Shadow Dancer. It's the 15th card in the Major Arcana for the Hidden Realm, and it's the devil. It's their name for the devil. And so basically what is really impacting us, and I've said this before, is our ego. Our ego is really impacting here, and he's really acting up on the page as well. They're both kind of trying to naturally impair your abilities to be able to evolve to that next level. And it can be really challenging to really overcome that devil aspect, the ego, because it is such an ingrained part of our existence, and it's so easy to hear. When you're not truly hearing your intuition and your higher self, your ego is the one screaming the loudest. So let's look at how we can maybe work on this. Let's see what the first step is. What is it that you should be looking at right now? Oh, got jumpers. Well, you got half the deck here, Aries, so The first card that jumped out is the Two of Wands. Twos are duality and choice. Wands are that inner fire and passion. Well, the Two of Wands talks about those choices that need to go forward and really focusing in on that next piece, which I just asked, which is kind of redundant, I guess. However, it's really directing you to connect in with that passion piece, getting out of your head, getting out of ego or the devil's grasp. So, what's going to help this? This is the Page of Cups. Where we had the Page of Pentacles, we're now looking at the Cups. We have that same innocent, childlike energy, that quizzical and fun play aspect. It's time to get out of the dirt and go play in the water. Really connecting into your intuition, and especially because it's right beside the wands here, your intuitional creativity. Automatic writing, automatic drawing. Get out of your head, stop overthinking it, because the overthinking is what's really causing the issues and really causing a bottleneck effect. Another jumper that came out was the Lovers. It's the 6th card in the Major Arcana, and it talks about that connection piece, that need for that really intimate, strong, positive connection. Here, we're not looking with another individual. We're looking with that higher self. Right now, both your eyes and your third eye are being blocked, and what you're missing is those bigger pictures for that intuitive spiritual self. It's about connecting in with your higher self and really strengthening that relationship. Really spending time and working and nurturing that relationship will help really open up some of these avenues that we've been missing. The next card that jumped out was the 7 of Wands. Sevens are all about the challenge, yet usually they're victorious. Wands, again, we're looking at that passion piece. The 7 of Wands really talks about that need to be able to express your creativity and your passions. That inner fire needs to be really pushed forward, because right now it's not. Things are being blocked. When you connect into your intuition and your creative self, you're starting to get away from that ego again. When you're willing to stand up and allow your passions and your inner fire to be let loose, you may have some conflict with individuals in your community, because 7 of Wands is inherently a conflictual card, and it's usually not about a physical altercation, rather than almost a battle of wills. Your passion v other passions of other people in your life. When you can start to really live your authentic self, that is when you're going to have that ability to stand up and really take ownership of yourself and connect deeper with that relationship within you. When you allow yourself to really embrace that inner fire and passion that you have, and accept the resistance that other people will have. The 7 of Wands is a resistant, kind of a conflictual struggle card. It's a battle of wills rather than a battle of force. And you're able to stand up and embrace that authentic you, who you truly are, and what those passions really resonate with you. You're going to be able to connect in with the Lovers deeper, and these barriers and struggles that you're having will start to dissolve. It's kind of this cycle right now. Little steps, connecting in with what you can understand and really accept right now, connecting in with the Lovers, allowing some more of this, the Page of Pentacles and the Shadowscape, or Shadow Dancer, to really dissolve into the unknown, so that you can then again go back, connect in, go deeper. Okay, we have more jumpers still. The next one is the 7 of Pentacles. Okay, now we have a double pentacle, or double sevens here. In angel messages, when you're looking at double sevens, you're looking at you're on the right track. 7 is a spirit number. So that really reinforces this loop that I was talking about. Pentacles are about growth and abundance, whereas wands are about your passion. It talks about how you're going to be able to not only grow, but this passion area will start to bring in abundance, which really reinforces to come back and scoop over to the Lovers again. All right. Then we go on to the 3 of Cups. 3s are about expression and growth. Cups are about that intuition and emotion. The 3 of Cups talks about those relationships that are very supportive and very positive. Unlike the 7 of Wands, where you may have some conflict there to express your feelings and your passions, the 3 of Cups talks about those relationships that are already there, that will be strengthened, and you'll find that you have a supportive community willing to embrace and really nurture your growth. Now we are getting down on the jumpers. I only have a couple more. Like I said, you guys had a number of them. And this one is the 3 of Swords. Like I said, 3s are about expression and growth. The 3 of Swords talks about those past pains that really hold us back. Those situations that every time that we try and move forward come up because our ego is pushing those buttons. As we start to embrace ourselves, we can let go of those past hurts. This is knowledge, and we can take this learning and move it forward, but not the pain. We need the learning rather than the emotion that we've attached to it. And we do that as emotional beings. Now we now have double 3s. So in angel messages, when you're looking at double 3s, you're looking at something close to your heart that needs to be expressed, which is really connected into these 2 sevens and connected into this cycle. Because when you start to express those needs and feelings and creativity, you're going to see these start to dissolve and these start to strengthen and to really evolve. And you're going to see movement in that space for you. And the final card that jumped out was the Queen of Pentacles, where we're finding that the Page of Pentacles is really slowing us down. The Queen is going to nurture us. And that's sort of what we're doing here, is nurturing not only our gifts and talents and that relationship within ourselves. However, as we start to dig down and really connect in with ourselves, we're going to learn more. The Queen is reminding us that it's really important that we take time to nurture ourselves. This can be a hard process. This can be a challenging aspect when you're trying to connect in with yourself and we're trying to live authentically you, because we know there's going to be resistance. Why? We have societal rules. We have those norms that aren't quite where we're at. So during this process, it's going to be very important that you nurture yourself, take time to love yourself, and start to accept those pieces that you've kind of remained hidden. That higher self that is always there and has been screaming at you to do stuff. And we're not hearing it. And we know we're not hearing it because of these 2 aspects are closed. Now let's look at your shadow card. Your shadow self wants to remind you of the King of Wands. The King of Wands, similar to the counterpart up here of the Swords, he's the fully developed personality of the wand. Your shadow self is really begging you to start taking control and using your abilities that you've been neglecting. And we neglect them for a lot of reasons. However, when you start to embrace that, you're going to start to live authentically you, and it's part of this loop. Right? Now, we've got double kings. Kings are the 14th card in the major arcana. And it symbolizes that love and spiritual growth. You take this on and you're going to have that spiritual growth. You'll also start to really connect in with yourself and with a community that you're not really connected in with yet. And they will provide you lots of support and guidance so that you can dive deeper and you can learn more. Because right now, we're not learning as much as we could because our third eye is closed. Let's look at a blessing. What blessing do we have for my Aries friends regarding movement on their sight and improving their ability to see? That's the black cat. This says underneath of it, lost magic, atonement, and rebalancing. And this really is kind of a rebalancing. That ability to connect in. Black cats are usually considered the shadow color, the witch's color. But when you start to connect in, and especially with those instincts of a cat, they can see a lot more than we can. So when you're really struggling, connect back in. Especially those little black cats will help you. You can meditate on the black cat, you can meditate on the balancing piece, because this really is a rebalancing for you. This is a shift, and balance is going to be really important for you. For those who wish, you can pause the video here and reflect on the cards. This is a group reading, however I drew these cards especially for my Aries friends. What further information do the cards have for you? Like I said, this is a group reading. If you are looking for a more specific or personal topic, you can follow the link below and schedule a private reading with myself. For those who are interested, I'll be running interactive online classes over the next couple of months. On November 11th, I'll be running my Introductory to Angels and Archangels class. Then on December 9th, I'll be offering my Introduction to Connections or Channeling class. If you're interested in either or both classes, you can find out more information and register on my website. I provided a helpful link below that will take you straight to my classes webpage. That said, I hope you found this video fun and helpful, and that you were able to gain some insight and direction into what you're missing and ways that you can overcome what you're missing. I want to thank you so much for spending time with me today and watching this video. I will continue to create videos for my Zodiac friends in the upcoming weeks. If you have any suggestions or comments, please feel free to leave them below. I'm always up for feedback from my friends. If you like this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for the latest content. You never know where I'm going to go next, and I'd hate for you to miss a video. Also, if you like this video and want to support me in making more, I have a Patreon page with many tiers and lots of perks. In some of my tiers, the perks are private readings with myself. I provided a helpful link below, so why not go check it out. Until tomorrow, my Aries friends.